Chairman Mao's Top 10 Moments, selected and presented by lexilmao. Mao Zedong was born on December 26, 1893. He was born in Shoshan, Hunan province in China, of Qing ancestry. His father, who was a peasant, eventually became a successful grain dealer, which meant that Mao came from a lower-ranked social class. In 1827, Mao built a guerrilla army. He led a small group of Hunan peasants to the mountains of Jiangxi province, where he built the guerrilla army. They gained support from the peasants, in part by redistributing land. In 1918, Mao could not decide on a job placement, so he became a teacher. He had tried law enforcement, business, and history jobs before settling on an educational job as a teacher. He worked as a librarian's assistant for 6 months and then returned to Xingsha to teach. Mao's first big appearance in public since 1955 was in 1966. He emerged from isolation and took place in his most famous swim in the Yangtze River, proving that swimming is not a sport, but a revolutionary act. Mao formed groups of youth called Red Guards in 1966. He shut down schools and formed large groups of students and youth and called them the Red Guards. They attacked people if they did not agree with the government and destroyed property. He became first involved in the revolutionary in 1911 to 1912. He served in the army for 6 months. Then, after he first graduated from the first provincial normal school in Changsha in 1918, he then got involved again in the revolutionary when he was enrolled at Peking University. Chairman Mao died on September 9, 1976. Mao changed the fate of China and is now viewed as one of the best revolutionaries. Although his accomplishments as ruler were deservedly downgraded because he was one of the worst politicians. The Cultural Revolution was over once the life of Mao was over. Mao helped found the Chinese Communist Party in 1912. When he helped found the Chinese Communist Party, he was a school principal in Hunan. After the Communists faked an alliance with the Nationalists, he later discovered that the peasants had a potential for making a revolution actually happen. Mao started a program called the Great Leap Forward in 1966. This program was an economic plan that was intended to last for 5 years, but was abandoned after 2 years. During this time, there were peasants who were forced to work on larger fields called communes. This plan resulted in 2 failed harvests, which caused mass starvation in which 20 to 30 million people died. In 1949, Mao defeated the Nationalists. Mao and his army were pushed out of the Jiangxi province, which started the Long March in 1934. There was a front against the Communists and the Nationalists, which held until 1945. It took over 20 years to defeat the Nationalists.